So at this point in the course, we're evaluating potential NGSS resources. We have grown our NGSS literacy. We understand terms like phenomena, performance expectations, and we know that there's 3 dimensions of NGSS. Using all of that information, hopefully we'll be able to look at the many claims out there nowadays of NGSS alignment and really determine what aspects of different curricular programs and supplements really will serve students in being active learners of science. In my role as curriculum coordinator, I receive many requests for different purchases, and what teachers want is often something that students will be engaged by and something that's also easy for them to implement with their teams, especially elementary teachers with so many different areas to teach. So I've gotten quite a few requests. This was one that came through a couple years ago. This program claims to be covering 100% of the next generation science standards. So as you can see, this was West Virginia, and their standards are exactly the same as the NGSS standards, performance expectations, word for word. So I checked out some of the program materials, and I found pretty quickly that, for example, in 2nd grade, plan and conduct an investigation to determine if plants need water and sunlight to grow, that there were elements of the lesson plan that seemed a little bit questionable. So take a moment to pause and read this one to yourself. Why might this not be what we're looking for in an NGSS aligned lesson? Here's another very common program or supplement making that same claim that they're NGSS aligned. I put some of these examples into the activity so that you can take a look for yourself and watch some of the videos. So for that same standard of planning and conducting an investigation to determine if plants need water and sunlight to grow, I found this video, and I can imagine how a teacher growing in their NGSS journey could use this video to recreate the planning and conducting of unique investigations in their classroom, but how in a classroom that might be pressed for time or just have less training or NGSS literacy, that this video could be put on and it could be all the things that NGSS is not. So many things are ultimately about the implementation in the classroom. Another thing that we see a lot of is just teachers pay teachers. There are so many materials that claim to be NGSS aligned on teachers pay teachers these days. It can be particularly challenging to vet resources such as this that only give you a limited sample. However, this one is claiming to meet a huge variety of different standards. So really thinking about the complexity of performance expectations such as these before we go purchasing things from teachers pay teachers, we just want a way to make sure that these materials really are worth it. Because although they're $3 and $5, these things can really add up. So in come your vetting tools. Whether you use the NGSS screening tool, the Wonder of Science screening tool, or the one that you see on the screen, these all have the intention of helping to guide your thinking as you look through some of the resources out there to determine if they truly are going to level up your NGSS curriculum or if they are just more of the same.